This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hello, pet lovers. This is Michelle Fern, host of Best Bets for Pets on PetLifeRadio.com. Okay, litter boxes. I have something that is going to make you smell great. That's right. You heard it correctly. The litter boxes are going to smell good. Stay tuned. This is something very exciting from a very well-established product. We'll be right back after this break. Molly, here's your dinner. Zeus, that's not your food.
Don't let that happen to your precious cat. Elevate your cat's eating experience with the Cat Tree Tray. The Cat Tree Tray keeps your cat's food off the floor and conveniently located on the cat tree. It's the perfect way to eat. It's a beautiful wrought iron tray that easily attaches to your cat tree and keeps dogs and other critters out of your cat's dish. A must for multi-pet households. There's a 6-inch tray for large bowls and a 4-inch tray for smaller bowls. Purchase your Cat Tree Tray today. Go right now to cattreetray.com. That's cattreetray.com. CATTREETRAY.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I'd like to introduce Jen Schneider. She's the brand manager at Fresh Step. Welcome, Jen.
Thanks, Michelle. Happy to be here.
So I'm very excited to have Fresh Step on Best Bets for Pets. Fresh Step has been, I don't remember not knowing about Fresh Step, and even longer than I've been a cat person. And with 5 litter boxes, it's a great product to have. But for the people that haven't heard, what is Fresh Step?
Fresh Step is a great product. So Fresh Step is a premium cat litter that's been around for decades. And really the brand, for those last multiple decades, we've really been at the forefront of litter innovation, really targeting to provide the best odor-eliminating litter out there for everybody. We're really always looking for ways to make life better and easier for cats and really humans that love them.
Now, Fresh Step has been around for a long time, like you said, decades. And I think there's a light product as well, but there hasn't been too much change as far as scent. Am I correct on this?
Yeah, you're right. We've really been focusing for the last couple decades mainly or really around providing that best odor eliminating litter. And because we're really dedicated to being on that forefront of innovation, we're actually really, really excited about some new products that we've launched most recently. And one of them, as you may have seen out on shelves today, is really Fresh Step with the power of Febreze and a new Hawaiian Aloha scent. Now, what's great about this product is it really combines the strength of Fresh Step and Febreze odor control power with a light tropical scent of Hawaiian Aloha that so many of us love. And I'd say what's really interesting and different about this litter, if you think about so many litters out there, really have strong fragrances because they really need to mask those odors. But our Hawaiian Aloha scent is really unique. It's one of the only that actually are activated when a cat scratches in the litter or uses the litter box. So all that you smell afterwards is this light tropical scent. It's really fantastic.
How did you guys come up with this idea?
Great question. So one thing that I'm mainly focused on is really what's that next new product that we want to launch and really delight our cats as well as the cat lovers that really love them. And so one thing that we're always looking to do is listening to the cat lovers out there and knowing what they're looking for. And so what we've seen is that many of the scents out there today are too strong and very similar. And so we're really excited to bring a new flavor, a new scent to the marketplace that we know consumers really and our cat lovers love.
Now, what I think is interesting is, cats are very picky about what's in their litter box. And when we tried the samples, thanks for sending them, when we tried the samples, I was a little concerned that the cats would not like the scent because I've been a pet parent for years and years, but a cat pet parent only in the last maybe 10. So I'm not as familiar with all the little quirks that cats do. And my first cat was a Maine Coon who thinks he's a dog, so that doesn't really count. And so I know that cats can be picky with the litter box if there's a certain smell or this or that. And the test crew had no problem at all. How have you fared in the testing with the new scent? Because it can be, for some cats, it might be an issue. Have you had any issues with that? How did your testing go?
Yeah, so what we've really seen is that across the board, as you mentioned, all cats and all people are very different. But what we found is that as we develop our products, we always develop the products for both our Americans and our consumers as well as cats in mind. So they're always designed for the health and happiness of our cats always, including scent. And for those that don't always prefer a scented litter, we also have an unscented litter with superior odor control for those folks as well.
Now, besides the new product scents, you also have now the new compact packs. Tell us about those.
Yes, really, really excited about our new compact packs. And really the insight and the thinking that goes into this is in talking with consumers and looking for new ideas, one of the things that we hear again and again is litter is really, really heavy, especially for those people that are looking for a value and buying multiple large sizes. And so, there's the lightweight litter on the market today, but it's also not for everybody. And so what we designed was a very unique packaging form for those people looking for large size values. And so the idea here is that you have 34 or 38 pounds of litter that are made into 4 individual compact packs that are all wrapped together. So what's great about that is it's easier to carry from the store into your home, and then you can actually break these compact packs and distribute them throughout your house. So you're no longer carrying one large, heavy box of litter. You can actually break those large packs into smaller ones just for overall convenience and ease.
Well, that's a great idea, especially since I think, what is the rule of thumb? You should have 1 extra litter box per cat in your household. Isn't that the rule?
Correct.
So
that's the rule. Okay,
so if you have 3, we might be adding 4 to our crew, but I think that's a little much. You need at least, for 3, you need at least 4. Possibly, if you have an outdoor area, you want to put a 5th. Like if you have a patio your cats like to go out on, you might want to put one out there as well. So
absolutely. And that's what's great about these compact packs is especially great if you have more than 1 litter box. You can break up these 34 or 38 pounds of litter, and you can store 1 pack downstairs near a litter box and upstairs near a different litter box. So you're not having to constantly refill from one location, which is really convenient for cat lovers out there.
Now, these are such great ideas, the compact packs, the new scents to Fresh Step. How do these ideas come up?
Yeah, so one thing, we're always listening to cat lovers, and my role, which is unique as lead for innovation and coming up with those big next ideas, we're always listening to them and hearing what pain points or what would delight our cat lovers or the cats themselves. And so it's really listening to those cat lovers out there and coming up with a product that really delights and suits all of their needs.
Well, you've been making cat lovers happy for decades, so Fresh Step must be doing a lot of things right because you've been on the market for years. So it's kind of nice to see some new things from such a well-established brand. Now, I'm wondering, can you give us any hints to any new ideas coming up in the future?
I wish I could, but one thing I will say is that what's really core to us is that our products are all designed with happiness and health in mind for both the cats and the people that love them. So you're going to always see us continuing to provide odor-eliminating litter across the board. So continue to look for great scents, great odor-eliminating products, great packaging from us in the future. That's really important to us, so we're going to continue to lean into that.
Okay, Jen, Fresh Step has a new rewards program called Paw Points. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, so what's great about this program is that this program really allows you to earn points towards free Fresh Step litter, coupons, and toys. And you can even help your local shelter. And how this works is that any time that you purchase Fresh Step litter, they come with points. You can then use the code on the box or even downloading our Paw Points reward app at either the Apple Store or Google Play, and you can upload that receipt. And in that app, you can see free and fun cat-approved activities, as well as you can donate points to your local shelter so they can receive then free litter, toys, and even more. It's really a great program, and we also love being able to give back to the shelters, and you can too.
Okay, so if someone's looking for the app, it's called, what is the app called again?
It's called Paw Points Rewards.
Paw Points Rewards, okay. And people can find out more about Fresh Step on your website?
Yes, freshstep.com.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for coming on Best Bets for Pets and telling us all about the new innovative product changes or product enhancements, I should say, at Fresh Step and about the Paw Points Rewards. Thanks so much, Jen.
Great. Thanks, Michelle.
What a great interview. I'd like to thank Jen Schneider, the brand manager at Fresh Step, for coming on Best Bets for Pets and telling us all about the new innovative scents and new packaging over at Fresh Step. I'd like to thank Dennis, Molly, Princess Charlotte, Sammy, and Katie. Yes, we had a lot of testers trying out Fresh Step, and they all loved it. No complaints. No stinky smells, and the lowest scent they loved. They felt they were in Hawaii, so come on, how could they not love it? And I'd like to thank my producer for making me and my guests sound great. Thank you, Mark Winter, my producer. And I'd like to thank all my feline pet parents and canine pet parents for listening. This is more for all the cat people, but just because you have dogs now doesn't mean you might not have cats in the future. You never know. I never thought I would have so many cats, but hey, Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the show. Stay tuned for the next show coming right up.
Sit. Stay. We'll be right back, right after we kibble a little with our sponsors.
Ew, get the stinky dog away from me. Bad breath and bad gas. Petey stopped eating. All his hair fell out.
Itching, licking, missing fur.
At least $5,000 in vet bill. Creams, antibiotics, sprays.
No results.
Everything we tried failed except the Dinovite. DINOVITE.com.
If you want the dog to be healthy, you got to feed it something healthy.
The omega-3 fatty acids. Flaxseed, zinc, alfalfa. The digestive enzymes that are cooked out of regular dog food.
Dinovite is nutrition.
The shedding is stopped and the itching is stopped.
Her coat is now soft, it's silky, it's healthy and shiny and glossy.
She's got life, she's got energy.
Tons of energy, no more bad smell.
Dinovite's the bomb.
Dinovite is the best thing that's ever happened to my dogs, besides me, of course.
859-428-1000.
859-428-1000.
Dinovite for life.
DINOVITE.com.
Begging to hear more of your favorite show? Full episodes of all our shows are available on demand. Go to PetLifeRadio.com to fetch our entire lineup of Possum Pet podcasts. Also, dig us up in iHeartRadio and iTunes. Let's talk pets. Live and on demand, only from Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Okay, if you have a pet, most likely it has fur, especially if it's a dog or cat. I know there's a couple of breeds that are hairless, but that's a rare thing. So you have a pet, you have fur. And in most cases, if you have fur, you have hair shedding, and it's a mess. I have a great tool coming up. I can't wait to tell you about it that makes brushing your fur baby so much easier. I'd like to introduce Julie Biggar Bruyere. She is the Customer Relations Manager at Swees America Inc. Welcome, Julie.
Thank you. It's nice to be here, Michelle.
Great to have you. So tell everybody, because not everybody, might not know the name. Who is Swees America Inc.?
Well, Swees America Inc. is a company that was started by the founder of our product. His name is Eddie Catot, and he's a serial entrepreneur who originally launched a chain of pet stores that can now be found in, I think, over 20 locations in France. But through his experience working as an owner of a pet store, he had lots of customers that were concerned about the metal-edged tools that are customarily used for brushing your, and grooming your pet, and how painful they could be for and uncomfortable for their pets. So Eddie decided to do something about it, and he took 3 years to develop what has become the Eazee by Foolie deshedding grooming system. And we've recently launched it here in the United States and Canada. In addition, it's found in, I think, over 70 countries throughout the world. So we're really excited to be introducing it here now.
So we received samples and we tried them out on our testers. And we have dogs and cats. And Dennis is, we think they're all rescues. So, except for one, they're all questionable breeds. So Dennis is part Maine Coon, part something else. He's a big dude and he has a lot of hair. And most cats really don't like to be brushed because they're not as used to it. They are mostly try to groom themselves, and unless you get them used to it. Charlotte is a rescue that wasn't held much as a kitten, so she's the one who runs and hides. But I thought, I'm going to try this out on every one of you guys. And I didn't think
they like it.
Yeah, hey, you're the test crew, you're trying it out. So, I like the fact that it's plastic, it's lightweight. I'm guilty. I have used the metal tools in the past, and that's another little story because that was on the dogs. But Mr. Z's tried that before. But so I tried the Eazee by Foolie. I tried the Eazee for the cats, and I thought, okay, if Charlotte sits still, this will be a miracle. And she didn't mind. She actually hung out a little, let me, she's short hair, so she didn't have too much coming off of her, but she didn't mind. And I don't think she's ever been brushed before because, like I said.
Yeah, they don't like it. They don't tolerate it. We have 2 cats as well. And one, they're both rescue cats. And one, I think, has some ragdoll in her. She's just a big bundle of hair. And, the house has hair, and we have a golden retriever, and both our cats tolerate it. I mean, they don't shy away. They don't go running in the other room. They seem to like it, actually, and our dog particularly really likes it. So, because the comb is made of a composite plastic and the edges are round and soft, as opposed to the metal ones. So, I think it's just a more comfortable bonding experience for them when you groom them.
Dennis is long hair, but like I said, part Maine Coon. There's a lot of hair there, and he does sometimes get knots. And I thought that he might have a little pulling, but I thought, Eazee's not supposed to do any pulling, so let's see. And he had a lot more hair coming off of him because of being a long-haired cat, but it didn't bother him at all.
And did you use the click to get rid of the hair? I mean, you can push that button forward and you don't have to use your hands to clean out the dead hair that comes off. You just hold it over the trash can and push a button and it comes all off. So that's a really nice feature, I think, too.
That is nice, especially because one of the brushes of hair was, let's just say, by the hindquarters, and I think it was gravel stuck, but I'm not really sure. Cat litter, but I'm not really sure. So, yes.
Yeah, you don't want to find out.
No, I don't want to find out. That's, yeah. So, but he didn't mind either. But the real test was Mr. Z, because he's a chicken, and he's long hair, border collie mix. I don't know about cats, but I know dogs have shedding seasons. They have their winter and summer coats, and they shed. And that's when they do heavy sheds, but they also have shedding all through the year. And he leaves little dust balls all over wherever he has that.
Oh, yeah.
And he's very sensitive. I thought, okay, if this works on him, this is a miracle. Didn't bother him at all. So it's really great that you have that the Eazee doesn't scratch their skin, because so many other products that are out there do that.
They do. And we have a whole series of accessories that we're introducing slowly as we introduce the brush. Right now we've got 3, I think, that are available, and we'll be introducing a few more every quarter. But they range from being specifically for matting, for the trouble areas that are difficult, to a massage brush and a fine-tooth comb brush for, the feathers, like for a dog. So those give you a lot of options. And all of them, the actual comb is interchangeable with our handle. So you only need one handle and can use all the variety of accessories and combs on that one handle. So that makes it really convenient and easy to store, easy to keep. So that's another great feature.
Right, and cost effective, because you're not having to buy a whole other brush. You're just buying a part that goes with it.
Right. And they come in different sizes. So we have one that's for small dogs, and it's interchangeable for cats. It's small animals. And then a medium-sized for dog and a larger dog. And they're all basically the same design, but the combs might be a little longer, in the larger dogs. But they come also with 2 sides to the comb. So one side's for long hair and the other is for short. And so you can interchangeably, move them around the way you need to groom. So there are lots of options there.
Well, since you're probably much more of a cat hair expert or dog hair expert than I am, I was just thinking how you said interchangeable, but dogs do have, I'm thinking of Mr. Z. He has long hair on parts of his body, but, by his head, his hair is a little shorter. So,
right.
He's not like a chow maybe that has all, poofy long hair all over the place. So I guess you can use the same tool on one of your fur kids and just switch it around, make it a lot easier, but more convenient. And, under their neck, they're not always going to have a lot of fur on their nose. They're not going to have a lot of fur, maybe by their ears.
Yeah, and there's certain types of combs that are just more effective in certain areas, and it just gives you some options. And then I love the idea of having a massage brush, which is really a wonderful thing to give your dog, and just a very comforting, massaging kind of experience. So Eddie's even thought about that, so that's wonderful. And those will be coming to market soon, within the next few months. So I'm excited about that.
Give us a little teaser. How does the massage brush work?
Well, it's basically the same design. It's just a wider brush head, and the comb itself is a little not quite as long. So it's just kind of a nubbier, more relaxing experience for the animal, I think.
Okay. It's always nice to make something that some dogs seem and cats that makes them feel anxious, to make them feel, more at ease, make them feel more comfortable with,
right.
Whatever. Now, when we're thinking about brushing, how often should we brush our cats and dogs?
Well, I think that's something that it's kind of up to the individual and whatever their dog or cat, how they shed, because I'm like you. I mean, I've got one cat that it's constant. She's shedding throughout the year, and another one that doesn't really shed that much. And then our dog, that undercoat that seems to always be sloughed off. So, I think a couple of times a week, definitely. And with our brush, it's easy because they aren't afraid of it, and they actually enjoy the experience, so it makes it pleasurable for them. So I think it's just something the individual kind of decides themselves.
And now, if say you have, one really large dog, one, really small dog, a cat, do you need different brushes for each one because of their size, or can you get a medium-sized one? How does the size of the brush affect the size of the fur kid?
Well, yeah, we have basically 3 sizes of the handle and the brush for small dogs, small cat, which is for all cats too, then medium dog size, and then a large dog size, which would be above 45 pounds. I think the small 1 to 22. And there's a little bit of a wider comb surface But the basic design is pretty much the same. The combs might be a little bit less wide, So for your dog and your cat, if you have a small dog and a cat, it's very simple to use that same brush and interchange the combs or buy various accessories depending on what kind of grooming you want to do with your pet. So there are a lot of options. And the other thing that's fun about these brushes is they come in a range of really bright, fun colors. We have red, pink, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And so it's really a fun product.
Colors of the rainbow.
Yeah, right colored.
Julie, what sets apart the Eazee from a lot of the other types of brushes and combs that are out there? What makes it different?
Well, the main difference, besides all the other things we've talked about, is that the Eazee by Foolie brush has this click and brush grooming system where you can click the brush and get rid of all the dead hair, and the brush itself only takes dead hair from the pets. It does not pull the live hair. That's really the main reason there's no pain associated with our tool, because it's only gathering the dead hair on the animal. So I think that does kind of set us apart and is one of the most wonderful features of the brush.
Okay, and then listening to you, I just think about, when someone's brushing their own hair and you see some hairs come out because you have dead ones, then you have new ones coming in. So it's the same thing for your fur kid. The dead hair is not hurting them, but if you were to take one of your hairs, that's a live hair, and just yank it, that would be painful.
Yeah.
So
it hurts.
Yeah. So it really makes quite a difference. And making a difference and making it more comfortable for your fur kid is going to make them easier to groom. They're happy, pet parents happy, everyone's happy and groomed, and less,
It's a less stressful situation,
yes.
Experience. And it's easy to use. You don't have to be digging the hair out of the brush. You can just click it over the trash can, and it's quick. And so it's a wonderful product, and we're really just excited that it's finally coming to the United States.
Yes. Best Pets for Pets is heard all over the world, but most of our listeners are in the U.S., so yay. We're glad it's here, too.
In Canada, too, I might add. In Canada as well.
In Canada.
We're there now, too.
Yeah, I think Canada's like our second largest listening group, so great for Canada, too.
The tool now is we're locating them in independent pet retailers throughout the country. So just check with your local independent pet retailer, and hopefully they should be arriving in stores. We just started introducing them in the beginning of May, so they ought to be arriving in stores throughout the country and Canada as we speak. So please check it out.
Do you have a store locator on your website by chance?
No, we don't. We do have our web address, which is www.eazee.pet. And you can go there if you're having difficulty finding a location, and that would be where to make an inquiry. So hopefully that gives you the information you need.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on Best Bets for Pets and telling us about the Eazee deshedding tool by Foolie. We're excited it's here.
Well, thank you, Michelle. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
What a great show. I'd like to thank Julie for coming on Best Bets for Pets and telling us all about the Eazee by Foolie by Swees America Inc. It's a great deshedding tool, and what I love is that it works great on cats and dogs. I don't know, cats seem to be a little finickier when you're brushing them, and I love that it just removes the dead hair, so Mr. Z, who's Mr. Sensitive, doesn't go, make these like little moaning sounds when I brush him. Sheesh, you'd think a big dog would be a lot. He's a big dog with a little dog's personality. He's Mr. Diva, I don't know. Anyway, thanks to my producer, Mark Winter, for making me and my guests sound good. Thanks to the entire crew, Mr. Z, Nikki, Charlotte, sometimes we call her Princess Charlotte. So Charlotte, Molly, and Mr. Dennis, who really let me brush him a lot. He's Maine Coon, he has a lot of hair. And there was a lot that came off of him, and he didn't mind at all. So it was a great time to try out the product. And also, if you want more information, just go to PetLifeRadio.com, go to the show tab, go to Best Bets for Pets, look up this show. There'll be a link to the website for Swees America Inc. and also a picture of the product. And a huge thank you to all of my listeners. I appreciate it very much. Thanks for listening. A lot of cool products coming up.
Let's Talk Pets every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.